Ah, no. Okay. Great.
Nag-work na siya.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Mm,
Can you hear us?
we'll have to wait. 0 viewers. Lantawa ra gugo akong nawong dire. Murag kuan.
Murag?
Barbie. Di atong kwaon ning iyang enhancement.
Walay force.
Dili mo
Wala man god.
nakatuuan mo. Force ilas ra gamay. Na.
Okay na. Hala, wala na monetize.
Dili mo
Uy, nana.
na siya.
Wala.
Ilas ra gamay.
Ato sa imong YouTube studio.
Okay. Pwede rin na siya ni ka-unchange. Yay! You can hear us, guys? Yay!
93 views ba yun?
Yay! You can hear us, guys?
Asa to? Hello everyone. We're back. Please comment if you can hear us. Good. They can hear us now.
Sus maura mong gudi ay ti kuan uy.
Restart na lagi. Dugay pa kita naka-restart.
Okay.
Ganan ko sa mic ni Shay kay grabe kay pick up. Asa
Kapit
ni magipalit Shay?
Gift siya.
Wala lagi siya.
Wala siya sa Amazon.
Sure ang brand. Sure gid siya, no?
Wala siya sa
Sure na
Amazon.
sure.
Mo kuan.
Kaya mo ingon na po din sila nga, nanay Sam, pero Bisaya.
Sexy si Gladys.
As in.
Always, as
Gani.
always.
As always.
Wala siya nagbuwas. Parang tama monetize.
Oh, monetize naman na siya.
Agkaroon, kataman yung daan.
Kani siya kay scheduled palagi ni siya.
Basically.
I think ma-change naman siguro na siya sa kuan po, settings.
niya.
Oo, later pa. Ay, camera!
Sige. Diri na lang ko.
Change position.
Good morning, Gary. How is everybody? Hi, Claudia. How are you?
Ay, kuan. Imong dapat iset sa YouTube studio nga subscribers only. Kay kuan man kanang
Public siya.
Asa man siya?
different man ni siya na ano. Kay GN man din nato ang live stream.
Oo, so this is different.
Asa man to siya
Sa
makita?
settings, siguro.
Sa ato was YouTube.
YouTube studio.
Okay.
Nya kay di man siya makita.
Sa imong dire ma-access siya dire.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Finally, we have audio. But we're still trying to, Maya is trying to set up because we changed into another live stream. So the setup has to be changed. So please hold on. So while waiting for Maya,
Sound. Lower the volume.
we're gonna talk something or
And then
just wait, guys.
Settings.
Almost there, guys.
kabalo ka mo set up sa moderator.
Ay, si Gio, the moderator. Asa man
Set
to?
up this as a moderator.
Babe, can you comment so that I can make you my moderator?
And then
Gio, shout out for Gio. Please comment so that you can
Hala,
be
asa siya?
sa customization. And then subscribers.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Kuan ka na nga. Ayaw na 5 minutes.
At dito,
One day at least.
24 hours.
Oh.
It's the first time of Maya to do the live stream, so please hang on, guys.
Kana ra?
Moderator niya.
Moderator pa. Nadiha, dapit.
Wala mo.
Di ko.
Ano
dito
sa
siya?
comment?
Actually, di ko kabalo mo set up sa
Sa
moderator.
comment man to good.
Oo.
Si Gio.
Murag sa comment then murag right click ni mo or something.
Mm.
Gio, where are you?
Gio.
Okay, save na. Okay.
At least okay na siya.
Okay.
Hi.
So we are back with the sound. Where are you, Gia, in the Philippines? If you can hear me, please comment down below.
Nilakaw na ni Bia.
Tampo over, ladies. No tampo here.
It's the topic for today. Well, let's go back to Bill
Okay.
Goat's comment.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we are from Leia's channels, and we're gonna continue here in my live stream, and we're gonna answer a question from a subscriber from Leia's channel, and I don't know the question. Anyone remember the question?
It's about why there's a lot of single mom in the Philippines, and he also touched about
The
The-
birth control.
yeah,
Oh.
because
Yeah.
religion doesn't really teach people about birth control or against birth control, but into casual sex. I don't think religion is accepting that,
Mhm.
but yeah, it seems very.
Yeah, I would. I'll be the first to share because I had when I was in college, I was in a member of a ministry where we had to go to different islands to
Mhm.
educate parents, to educate family planning.
Mm.
And it was really a challenge to do it because of religion.
Mm.
And to think we are also like run by nuns,
Yeah.
but our ministry were looking at family planning as, you know, you can still do it, you can still have the family planning in your family even if you're a Catholic.
Yeah.
So we were trying to educate that, and we went to Samar, Leyte, Bohol, and the mission was like, for me that was the toughest because we had like different missions. The mission that I joined was to give food, and the second one is the family planning education. And can you imagine us like young students around 18, 19, and we went to different islands to educate older than us
Mm.
and who are really conservative
Mm.
when it comes to religion. So of course, what was the reaction? We were like, what are you talking? Why are you talking about family planning? You don't even like, you're still
Yeah.
young and stuff like that. So we were really, first of all, we were really like bashed,
Mm.
and it was really considered a taboo, especially when we went to Eastern Samar,
Mhm.
where it was really like, they're so, how to say that, they're not
Very
exposed
secluded,
to,
right?
yeah, seriously,
Mhm.
they're not exposed to the world, they're not
Yeah.
exposed to even us strangers. So I feel you, Billy Goat. That was really a good question, and even us, we find that a very challenging topic,
Mhm.
a very challenging thing here, and especially if they grow up really secluded, like,
Yeah.
how do you say that, like it's just in the province,
Mhm.
and they are dependent on what the education was dependent on the barangay.
Yeah, it's like pass along
Yeah.
education from generation to generation.
Exactly.
It's not even updated.
Yeah, and that's why it's also actually a very good learning for us when we like travel and look at that. It's like, wow, it's actually a different world.
Mm.
Because
For them, right?
yeah, and for me as well, for
Mhm.
us, like, wow, these people really exist, like they have their own world,
Yeah.
and they're not accepting you even
Mm.
if you are like them, you're a Filipino.
Mhm.
So yeah, that just would like to share that one. So family planning is not something that accepted nationwide, but I feel like the times is changing because of social media, and it has actually really expanded compared to when I was in college. And I
Mhm.
think if I'm going to go back to that place right now, I'm curious. I think they already have social media there, and I
Yeah.
think it's already like the knowledge of it is a little bit expanded.
Yeah.
So yeah, what about you, ladies?
I think it's lack of knowledge, like what you said. That's why Filipinos usually don't use birth control.
Mhm.
Because, like me, growing up, I've never known about birth control.
Yeah.
And even my sister, she has she's younger than me and she has 3 kids, and I told her about birth
Wow.
control ways to prevent pregnancy, and she's kind of embarrassed about it, even if she has already 3 kids, because I don't know why she's embarrassed, but she's very skeptical. Maybe she's scared that of the rumors that birth control is bad for your health, it causes cancers, things like this. So yeah, it's very challenging to introduce birth control to the young people, but I think it's changing nowadays. Like people are more open about family planning.
I also think that apart from education, a lot of, because we're not the, well, a lot of Catholic countries don't think the way we do. A lot of Catholic countries don't have as many single moms as the Philippines compared to the Philippines, right? So I think some, or one of the, probably one of the
Don't get the mic.
can you guys still hear us?
Sorry guys, we're in very tight.
Reverso. And then the Gladys kicked the
Okay,
Yeah.
story shade.
I think I think one of the reasons is that Filipinos are reliant to what the authorities tell them.
Yeah.
Being such a
Yeah.
Catholic country, we rely so much on what the priest teach
Yes.
us, or what the church teach us. So if the church says that a woman is to bear children and the man is to provide
yeah,
for his family, so
true.
the church and the society tells us that we are here to bear children.
Yeah,
So, and of course, so it's a combination of the lack of education, and I think part of it is the inability to actually decide for ourselves, because again, we are too reliant to what
yeah,
the authority tells us.
And just to add as well, like, now in our generation, now that we are as a single mom ourselves and as parents ourselves now, I think it's best to start the education at home.
Yes.
And I realize how awkward it is.
It is.
Painful and guilty, because when we
Yeah.
talk about sex, even though yes, we have the knowledge now, but still the programming of guilt and shame around the topic of sexuality is really there. And when my son started to get curious, I noticed the instant emotion that comes to me is like, ew.
Right?
And so I was like, it took me long time. It's a long pause. He's like, oh mom, why is it in the morning? Like if I wake up, it gets hard.
yeah.
And like I have to ask Google.
It's hard to explain to kids.
Yeah, and then my daughter is getting also curious, because again, social media, the good side of social media is we get educated, but then the negative side is there's so many information that can be overwhelming. So for us parents to be able to really guide our children
Yeah.
to talk about sex in a way that it's comfortable, not awkward, because we can pass that energy towards them, like, oh, sex, awkward, oh, shameful, oh, guilty. Let's try to dissolve all those negative feelings. Let's try to like be more comfortable talking about the topic in a way that's informative and educational for them, and with more guidance. And I appreciate Eli for helping me navigate through that, because it was so difficult. What was your experience in
There was also, I want to add about the baby trapping. Because some Filipinas, they think if they have a baby with this guy, they could trap the guy and marry them.
Right.
And then the guy is not actually ready, so she end up being a single mom.
Yeah, that's
So
one of the reasons.
one of the reasons, actually, right?
Yeah.
Because may some but they don't change.
Yeah.
So before that, let's read some comments because it's piling up. So society used to be traditionally structured so that men are the gatekeepers to commitment. resources, and women are the gatekeepers to sex.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I received the same comment actually because I had a semi documentary about single moms,
Yeah.
and I do get a lot of comments, and this is coming from men. A lot of men are saying that we allow the sex,
Yeah.
like because we open our legs, so we have the control. So it's either we close our legs or open our legs.
Interesting.
Naka-remember.
Uy, kani akong kamot yun lang. Naana gid siya. So I read a lot of comments like
Yeah.
that. What can you say about that, Glenn?
I think it makes sense
Yeah.
in a way. Like, and that's why I think for women it's really important to feel grounded, have the confidence to actually speak if
Mm.
you want or don't want that.
Mhm.
Because sometimes women they think that again because we feel obligated to serve our partner,
Mm.
to open up to them.
Open, close.
And this is a very empowering actually for me. I see this as a very empowering knowledge to know that we are the gate and we have sure they have the key. We're the gate, but we can decide if that key would
Are we still talking about?
We're talking about control.
Okay, let's read some comments.
Moving
I have
on.
a question. Are there many people waiting for the divorce law to come into effect? Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think
Positive. I love it.
Hi! Okay na siya mama din sa camera?
Yeah, no, no.
Ayun na din sa camera.
Open it.
You need help in opening it?
there
Okay
you
na?
go.
Okay.
Ah, sige.
Okay.
Galing, no?
Someone commented. Oh, where is it? If I
Wali po itong term na po.
Yeah, na may glad din.
natawa kasi mga hundreds.
Kani siya akong kamot yung pahamak yun.
Demure tayo. Women have always been the gatekeepers of sex. Sex historically is much more meaningful, impactful to them. They have the babies. I agree.
Isn't it beautiful as well to actually if you look at it in a sacred way, diba? Like we really need this part of our body is the entrance. It's the
It's not just the
Continue, please.
You need to keep the entrance closed. You need to keep the gate closed.
the entrance to all creation and possibilities. I wanted to talk in a very majestic and nice makatawa.
I was about to say like a portal.
A portal.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because where would you find a creature that would yeah, a creature that creates life, you know? It's really a portal from somewhere from the
Another.
that creates life. So yeah, it's actually it makes sense.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Ay, si katawa.
But it is true. We have the capability to say no. And if we say yes, then we do precautions to
Yeah.
no. So, but being young, we didn't really understand all this.
Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah,
we
didn't
act on
understand all
emotions.
this.
We don't act on being rational. We act on emotions, how
Yeah.
we feel at the moment.
And we were not guided as well. We didn't have the
Yeah.
knowledge. We were Yeah, it really boils down to there was no guidance
Mhm.
because it's a taboo. Even our own parents we couldn't
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
tell our parents about our crushes
Mhm.
because during the dinner time you were like so kilig, you were like so
Yeah.
giddy. Oh, my crush talked to me, but we cannot like speak it out.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to that, I think. And that's why there's a lot of I just feel like with going back to my younger days, I feel like I didn't regret it because I was kind of like aware of it that I don't want to be like my cousin. I don't
Mm.
want to be like them who has like a baby at the
Mhm.
age of 16.
Mhm.
As early as that, I've seen like a lot.
Mhm.
As early as 16, they already have a baby. And I was so much aware that I don't want that.
Mhm.
Probably because also we were poor and I don't want to like make it worse,
Yeah.
like it's really like embedded in my mind. No, 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 I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna make our situation in the family worse. I'm here to be the one to lift up,
Sorry.
what are you
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
so yeah, what is in your mind?
Di wala recover.
Wala pa kay kapag ng key. They have the key.
But it is actually true. Sorry. Go ahead.
Ay,
Okay,
mura to siya. Tanaw din yung mga comments na to, binaunsan.
sex is not a topic that is normally discussed in the family, so it's a family planning. We, the new generation parents, will change this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Who said that?
Rhoda's life adventure.
Rhodas.
Hi, Rhoda.
That was good.
I have a different angle because yes, it is true. I mean, everything that we said earlier is true, but also there is another angle where there are women who just really want to have kids but don't want to have a partner.
Ah,
So that
yeah.
adds to the number of single women in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Exactly. They just want a blue eyes kid.
True.
Someone like that, and she was like, "I just want a blue eyes kid." I'm like, oh my god! And I don't care if there's
Mm.
dad. And like, are you? Do you think it's good for your kid as well?
Yeah.
Because I met quite a few who has that goal.
Mhm.
Like it's really their goal to just have
Mhm.
a kid of foreigner.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you also think about the future of the kid? So yeah.
There are people who think of themselves na they think that they can be the best mother but not a best partner.
Mm.
So my hand. So yeah, I mean there are a lot of those people, I mean women who are just opting to be a single mom because they just want kids but don't want to be a partner.
Yeah. Okay, let's read some comments.
Taas
From
ang mga
Mark,
comments.
self-taught from Catholic background, no education, no parents telling taboo. My mom was a teacher. Wow.
It's crazy,
Oh.
right? Because again, it's sex has been a shameful topic, labeled
Mhm.
as bad,
Yeah.
It's a sin.
and it's crazy
Yeah.
how we label it that way because we are created through sex, through union of two people.
Exactly.
We're product of sex, basically. But why would we label that as bad? Are we bad?
Mm.
No. I think we need to start looking at it differently and maybe looking at it in a more sacred way.
Mm.
So that if you want to meet with people and if you want to really create something, create a life, then do that with someone that you can trust. Do that with someone that you are confident that would be a good parent for the child. And if you don't, then protect. Use
Yeah.
protection.
I have to counter you about trust because a
Mhm.
lot of us Filipinos do trust so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
the
Easily.
partners. So I don't think there's a scarcity of trust there.
Mhm.
But actually, it's the opposite. We trust
Too much.
too much. And we think that, okay, my current boyfriend now is going to be my forever.
Mhm.
If I say yes, open the gate,
And that
he's gonna stay forever. A lot of us are thinking like that.
Yeah.
But people's mindset change and emotions change.
So I think it still goes back to educating yourself, the knowledge that when we meet someone, sure, we get, especially if with someone who we have so much chemistry with, like it, a relationship and building a family doesn't just end in having a chemistry with your partner.
Yeah.
You need to also
Exactly.
see if there's great connection and compatibility. Like, how are you going to navigate life together? Do you think you
Exactly.
have values, aligned values that you can use as a foundation in your relationship? Are there qualities that both of you can actually mesh together and align with?
Mm-mm.
So I think most of us, especially younger years, at least for me in my younger years, like if I have this kilig feeling or like, oh my God, it's so nice, it's so good, like this is the one, this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, just like any drugs, you get high,
Yeah.
but then it will go down.
Mm.
So we need to be mindful that, in a relationship, you need to have 3C. Like,
What is
chemistry, connection, and compatibility.
Okay.
It's really
We
there.
thought of
It's
another
not
another C.
what another C? I'm not in the page of the other C.
Okay.
I think we skipped one of Billy's long comments. I think he had a question.
Who? Billy Goat?
Billy Goat.
Okay, there's so many comments I can't keep up. As in, wait.
Ang numbers of viewers.
Wait, wait. Wala. Resonating with
60. Wala, 68 na lang.
Okay.
69 na lang.
Sa mukha.
Ano sa basahon niya? Let's read first the truth fighter. Let's talk. This is our path forward and your futures are a growth process. You're not a victim mentality. Be proud of your past.
The pasts.
Kisa to siya si Bill Goat. Billy Goat. I grew up very Catholic. I get the birth control impact issue. That's why the Philippines need to try and maintain traditional values and not accept Western attitudes regarding women's body count.
It's a
Yes,
Western
I-
attitude of
Loading po.
the attitude of the attitude of the Western. We shouldn't adopt it.
Like what specifically?
the body
The
count.
body count.
Ah.
what do you say about body count? Like the long, the
The
more
The more the merrier.
the more the merrier. So Billy Goat likes lesser the better.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's their issue in the West.
Mhm.
The women there have a lot of body counts.
Mhm.
They don't care about sex anymore. They just like,
Interesting.
yeah.
I think it doesn't really, it depends on the intention of
Yeah,
why are they
intention.
doing
Mm.
what they're doing. Are they doing it consciously,
Yeah.
subconsciously?
Mhm.
And do we really
Exactly.
want to label the person based on their body count? Or do
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to actually assess them based on how they show up, who they are,
Exactly.
a personality?
True.
I wouldn't judge someone if, okay, you just because you have a tattoo. Because some other people like, oh, there's judgment, there's stereotype for people like that. I don't judge based on the appearance or based on the history, but I
Yeah.
judge you when
Your
we
personality.
meet each other.
Mm-mm.
And I don't even judge the person. I judge the behavior.
Mm.
If there's a behavior
The
that I don't
behavior
respect,
in the
Mhm.
present
exactly.
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But-
yes, yes,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No.
Okay, me. So I think we have talk about it in your. I think
Probably.
it was in your one of your videos about the body count, or it was Maya's. When we were talking about the body
We
count
talked about
and
that.
how we look at a person, and I think I have emphasized there like what matters is what the person is at the present
Mhm. Yeah.
moment. Because what if they're in the past, yeah, he or she might have a body count because maybe she was not aware or stuff like
Mhm.
that. But then at the present moment, how is that person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it aligned? Is it still aligned with your vibe, with your
Mhm.
values? So I think for me, count the present,
Yeah.
not the past, no matter what is the past, and that includes body count.
Yeah.
That was my video.
That was your video, okay.
Yeah, but I'm interested to know what the viewers think about what is a higher body count for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
How high is it?
How high is high?
How high is high?
Inside.
Okay, let's read some. Happy blessed Saturday, Maya and ladies watching from Glendale, California. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Hi, all the way from Glendale.
Let's go to the bottom. From Billy Goat, body count discussion was Shay's channel episode. The gender values sexual
Yeah, yeah.
experience.
Baka dito siya. Nalibog na.
This is Shay from France.
French husband.
Mapool.
Why you're alone today? Kiss Maya Gladys is Sweden today.
Hello, Mapool.
I think about quality, not quantity for body count.
Exactly.
Finder.
That's
Truth Finder, Steven, no?
Steven, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Do you need something?
Does anyone watching know the
That's
YouTube
weird.
channel for the girl on the right? Girl on the
Turn the
right.
right. Which right?
You are the. You.
On the right.
Unsay question?
Girl from the right. I think it's Leia.
What about me?
Expat Guide Philippines and
Oh.
Shay, Life with Shay and Gladys in Love. Subscribe that, guys.
Maya, excuse me.
Ano sa ni?
Wala ko kabalo sa password, ana.
Hala, wa ko kabalo.
Napunta siya diha kay na ay mga link tingali.
Later na ni. Kay wala ko kabalo sa password. Sorry kayo. Okay, we have 68 people. Body count is a great bond.
So what?
What is that?
What?
mean?
I
great
don't know,
what?
B-A-N-D.
A great bond.
Great bond.
Daghan na.
Lagi na pag sa taas, wala na ako. A girl's ability to pair bond is physiologically much more affected than a man's as a result of having too many partners. Some studies say over 3, some say over 6. So 3 or 6.
Ang
That's a
high-
lot.
Ang body count.
Okay.
5 to 12.
5 to
says,
12.
Says Truth Finder.
Do you need water?
No, it's okay. Actually, I still have my matcha.
Leave it to Shay to ask the serious questions. A woman with more than 20 before she turns 20 is high. Oh, gabir po nag 20.
Wow.
I can't
20 is so
imagine.
much.
I mean, it's not impossible in this day and age, but in our generation, I don't think that's possible. That was
In
possible.
our generation, only the two of us, they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah, in
Sabi
our
ka.
generation.
in the older generation. Gabi sa dana no?
20 before you hit 20.
Sa pilo sa nakabuok. My God, kadaman.
21, nakawan ako.
Bubuang ko.
Psychological, emotional differences between men and women of
So,
impact.
for Filipinas, it's gone because loyal man ta.
Mm,
Usually,
yeah.
diba? Especially if we already have kids with.
Speak to the audience.
If we have kids with the guy, like
Yeah.
we're loyal to that person.
Mm.
Like only
Only
yeah. I
him.
never when I was with the kid's dad, I never really thought like I would be appreciative of guys, but
Yeah.
never really think of it
Mm.
sexually.
Mm-mm.
Because I guess again the culture, the values is just
Yeah.
stick to one. It has its good side. And
Yeah, I like that you say that, Gladys, because I think most Filipinos stick to, like, most are loyal,
Mhm.
really. Like when they like a guy,
mhm,
they are really like, especially if you mentioned about with a kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are our majesty. Here's your coffee, majesty. Your highness.
Your Highness. Who wants water?
Pwede naman, di ba sa tanan sa...
Wait,
Oo.
pwede na.
Kailangan mga big
um,
questions
choose
Okay.
which one.
Kaya ganun siya kayo.
Show to the audience the photo.
Yes, please.
We have
Yes.
puto, guys. Do you want some?
Thank
This
you,
is
Shay,
puto.
for the sponsor.
By the way, tell them we're going to Siargao.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna have a girls get together, girls trip.
Yeah, we're gonna have actually a goddess retreat.
Yes.
I have two sets. September next weekend. I'm gonna have it here in Negros Oriental.
Yeah.
Then the second batch will be in the October batch will be in Siargao, and we're gonna do a retreat, goddess retreat. At the same time, we're gonna have a trip together with four of us. So
Yay,
excited.
excited. I love girls trip. Actually, it's
Mm.
so fun.
Yeah.
So fun, but if you're with the right,
Right,
Yeah.
girls, and especially
Right
that
circle.
our intention also is to like grow and learn and
Yeah.
expand and do content together
Yeah.
and has a spirituality side. So I'm excited for that because
Excited.
Gladys, you're also going to share something during that retreat, and I'm also going to share a lot of what I have been my journey on the spirituality side. So it's going to be amazing.
and I love that we can actually share our knowledge, our gifts, and our wisdom together.
That's right.
And I think all of us can attest to that. We've gone through your retreats as well, or
Yeah.
what do you call that? Like
the inner child,
the
inner
the inner
child.
child
Yeah.
healing. Yes.
Yeah, the inner child healing. I think it's important.
Mm-mm.
It's important to acknowledge that we had those wounds, traumas
Yes.
that we
Yes.
need to actually release.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can't do it on our own.
Yep.
Other people, they go to a psychiatrist to deal with that. Some actually tap into energy healers like Leia to help with it. And yeah, just have that open mind to try new things if you think that it would help you. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like with Leia, we had we were opened up to those memories in the past. But then now it's our responsibility. How can we move forward with those understanding?
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Right? So it's still at the end of the day, it's still up to us to really make sure that how can we grow from this learning that which is
Yeah.
acquired.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think I have to like address that one that the
Mhm.
healers or the people out there that are trying to like guide and you in your meditation or stuff like that, they are not the one who's healing you.
Yeah,
You
it's
are
true.
the one who's going to be responsible for your healing. And that's what I told them, that I'm just here to guide you, but then it's going to be you who's going to do the process. So even if I guide you during the meditation and you're not fully participating, you're
Yeah.
not fully in the flow, you're
Yeah.
not following my breathing instructions, you know, it's
True.
gonna be all useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I always emphasize, that when you come to my session, are you 101% full in this?
Yeah.
Otherwise, just don't come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna be me
Mhm.
who's gonna heal you, it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, puto.
Puto.
Oh.
Read some comments.
Yes.
Bulag na kay super something. I-click ng star.
Asa?
Next
Nice-
alive
nice
ka na.
bar.
Oh, thank you, Tyler.
Yay!
We're surely gonna use this for our trip.
Thank you, Tyler.
Oh my God, there's so many comments.
We can
Ian
also
Cruz
do
is commenting and
an
I missed
activity
all his
to-
comments. Sorry about that.
Wala siyang
It's just a lot.
fundraising para sa ito ang ano ba?
Mm.
Diba? Like we can do
Hmm.
something para mag-raise the funds.
Oh,
And we can think about it.
okay.
Later.
Mm.
Check out.
Wala na ako. Kung saan.
That's it, guys. So in Philippines, we actually say, when you come to the Philippines and we have food,
Yeah.
we usually say, let's eat.
Yeah.
And we're not actually asking you to eat.
It's a respect.
It's like a respect, a diplomatic, how to say this,
It's like-
expression that
It's telling them we're eating.
we're eating. Do you want to eat? But
We don't mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ask you to eat, but then when you eat, we're like, oh
Huh?
shoot.
Oh, I only have one.
My food is not enough.
I've had that experience
just-
where people are telling him like, "Oh, let's eat," and he's like, "I feel embarrassed to say no."
Yeah, so you will eat.
And then the people were like, "They're not talking anymore."
Yeah.
Like for example, this one puto, and I'm like, oh, let's eat. And if the person says yes, oh my god, I already like bite on it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a Filipino style. It's so good. Who wants water?
Me.
Wow, I wish I could be there for that Siargao event. I will open my consciousness, send my energy your way.
Only for
Nice.
ladies. Only for goddesses.
Yeah, I think I will dress it in the color blue.
Maya, the comment above Billy. Nantawa.
Huh?
From Ian.
Gladys, don't say open around shade. The whole gate issues me around.
There, Maya.
Thank you.
Shade.
High value
Yes.
choices are to be found on your own.
Lagyan sa puto eh.
Yeah. Hala. Yan nakuan. From Billy.
Oh,
Wait. Okay. Wow, thank you, Billy, for putting up with all my comments and questions. I hold each of you high regard. Think of you when you catch a wave. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We really
Salamat
appreciate
po.
it. We're gonna have a dinner.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Ito is
Nag-bounce-bounce naman ko din.
be good to yourselves, one life to live, and no regrets. Yes.
One life to live.
Live life to the fullest.
We're eating na.
Saan? This is the wala yung mouse.
The kindness comments.
Casual sex leads to a decrease of neurochemical production and interference with further pair bonding. Repeated sexual encounters with multiple partners neutralize the brain. It affects women much more.
Neutralizes the brain.
Yeah. Neutralizes the brain.
Interesting. From which research is this, Billy? Because this is the kind of topic that I like to study.
Exactly.
How does it affect you?
How does it affect the brain, the nervous system?
Mm.
I think it still depends on the intention, though.
Yeah.
Because if the intention is like just going out there and going out there and just do it for many people,
Mhm.
it will affect and go back to you that kind of intention.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. Do you want photo? Wait, I'm gonna give her.
Quality makes choices and few and far between.
What?
Quantity has
You want
volume and
the
you can't
chocolate?
decide causes
Hot
too
chocolate?
many choices.
Come here, sit here. Still hot chocolate. No? Sorry. Come here. Yeah, here.
Nato yung sa comment about about sa foreigners daw.
Mm.
The foreigners don't say that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I lost it in the comment, but in our culture we have to like courtship, right?
Mm.
Like ask the girl to be our girlfriend.
Yeah.
So is it like a new thing for the Western? Ay, nalimot ko sa comment.
Nangyayari na moral courtship.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried that? In
High school.
Yeah, high school.
No, yeah.
Yes, high
I
school.
had tried it once.
Hatod.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Block-
also they
block
have to
letter.
win the father.
Yeah.
That was so funny. So I'm gonna share mine.
Okay.
When I was in college and that guy like really traditional, this is the traditional Filipino way
Mhm.
where they have to win the heart of the family first or the heart of the father first especially. So what they do, the Filipino guys before, is that they have to do courtship. So courtship has to do with winning over, so they have to go to the family
Mhm.
and bring gifts. Some of them will bring guitar and sing outside of the house. I experienced that in the
Wow.
province.
Sana all.
It was actually awkward. I didn't like it. Like, oh my god, and especially that I was in a fiesta that time, and then the cousins are like there, and then suddenly there was a speaker, and then you can hear a guitar. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Where is that? And the cousins are like, it's actually for you. Go out. Huh? No. I wanted you to go out because it's also bringing gifts.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it still exists now, but
I don't think
that was the way back then, guys. I'm 43, so that was like around 1990s. So yeah, it was way back then. It was like that, and they have to give gifts, and
Yeah.
most especially they have to give the gifts could all any goods like rice, tomatoes, potatoes,
One sack of rice,
one sack of rice.
1 kilo of fish.
Yes, there's not even flowers.
Yeah.
No flowers.
Yes,
It's all
very
goodies.
practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, all goodies and groceries mostly, and then they have to give it specifically to the
Parents
parents.
approve.
Yeah.
Yeah, parents first, and the parents are like, "Huh, okay, approved."
Mhm.
Leia. They will call the daughter out to
Mhm.
face the guy if the parents approved
Yeah.
your gifts. So it was like
Ah.
that.
I think the psychology behind that is, are you able to provide
Yeah.
for my daughter?
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah, I
that's
do
it.
think so.
But would you like it? Would you like that?
No.
No,
really
me too, because the whole barangay is gonna
Exactly.
see, and like
Yeah.
I'm very shy. I'm a very shy person.
Yeah, I actually didn't go out because they want you to go out
Mm.
while he's singing.
Yeah.
No.
Like if we look at it right now, it looks so sweet, it looks so
Yeah.
nice. But the dark side of that is arranged marriage happen.
Yeah.
Because the parents are like, oh, you'll be provided by this
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Even though you don't love the
Yeah,
person.
you don't like.
Right? Because
Exactly.
they just arrange.
And poor guy, because he was like, if the guy is not so confident, and can you
Yeah.
imagine the courage that the guy has to do, and bringing all of the speakers and the props, and in the end, the girl is not coming out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poor guy.
exactly.
I just remember it now, and I'm like, oh, poor him.
For him, and kudos to him for having the courage and the guts. I hope
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
devastated.
So yeah.
I experienced that, but not in my parents' house. I was only given ko on snow bear,
Snow bear.
No bear.
lollipop,
High school. High school.
promise.
Sweet.
And then at the time, kato ganing movie, isang tanong, isang sagot.
Nah, it's
I was
fine.
very shy. So he was asking, can you be my girlfriend? And then I wouldn't talk. And then he was saying, isang tanong, isang sagot. And then I ran away. I ran away. I was first year high school.
Lahir ng conservative.
Looking back to those moments.
Is that a savory or a dessert dish?
Meal.
Breakfast.
Depends
It's
on
breakfast.
you.
It's rice. Yeah.
Sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
So it's a meal.
Anything that's rice is something.
Is that your second one, Leia?
No, I'm even having a hard time. It's still the same. And I'm like eating it like small. I don't think I can finish it though.
Asa to mo?
Nawala lang siya. Ay, tara.
Today.
Oh. Hmm.
I-start na natin para ma.
Build It Nation. Oh, morning
Okay,
ladies.
Leia, I left you 2 links for reference.
Hmm?
For that one, you about the neutralization of the brain.
Okay. Thank you, Billy, for
Ah.
sharing that.
And Ken is here. Hello, Build It Nation.
I
Is it,
can't finish it now.
is it raining? No.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's the fan.
Let's go back to the top comment because there's a lot of comments in the top. Maybe there's a question to answer. Here it is.
Okay, lang mo.
Good morning, ladies. I have a question for you. I have heard other Filipino bloggers say most foreigner men don't verbally ask their Filipina to be your girlfriend. Is that common?
They never. Right? They never ask you to be.
No, I don't think they ask in the West. They just like when you hang
You
out,
date,
you date,
and then they say, we can, like, make this no the next level up this
Make it
relationship.
official.
Oh
Yeah, like date and then let's
Oh.
make it official. Like,
yeah, they never ask.
I've never asked.
Can you
I've
be
never
my
been
girlfriend? I think for me, because it's out of normality,
Mm.
it's awkward.
I was not asked, can you be my girlfriend? But Eli actually asked me 3 times, like not in that line, but
Mm.
hey, you're the only person that I think among
Among.
Among. And my response was like, I'm not responding because I'm thinking like I like my single. It took him 3 times to actually ask, and on the third
And how did you say yes?
and on the third time, he asked different question. What is your ideal relationship situation will be, and how
Aw.
can we? What do you imagine if
Mm.
we're gonna? And so I respond, and then he said, "Yeah, we can make that work." So I'm like, "Okay, let's
Okay.
try."
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the agreement.
Interesting.
I'm
Oh,
open.
you want me to open it?
Ganon siya Leia. So like,
Okay.
Sige, ako man ang host.
Billy, we are adults here. Need a spelling help with B word.
somebody,
Just say P. The key to the game.
no one has created a perfect future, just
No one has created a perfect future.
Uh.
Just ask around and see their past.
Sa tong Jenga ko sa toy.
I usually hear ladies just want kids are the so-called leftover ladies. They lose hope and just want to have kids. Yeah, I
Oh.
think I've met a lot of people like this. I actually have lots of friends that are in their 30s that they don't aim to be in a relationship anymore. They just want to have kids.
Mm.
And I have one friend that successfully did it. Like, she had a relationship with this guy, and after getting pregnant, she left.
Yes.
I think this is actually a limiting belief
Mm.
for women who think that, oh, because I'm already at this
Yeah.
age,
Mm.
I cannot find a partner anymore, so I will just settle to
Yeah,
have to be a single mom.
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like it's limiting belief and settling for less than what you can actually have,
yeah,
and that is coming from, again, the culture here that if you're 30, you're out of the calendar,
Yeah.
you're a leftover, gayaan na ka sa train, those type of words. And that's why it's important to not really, don't just conform with the norm. Just
Yeah.
don't necessarily believe just because a lot of people think of that, it doesn't
Yes.
mean that it has to be true with you.
Mm.
Like, go back to your value, go back to what do you want for yourself. Are you really okay with bearing a child and not have a father? I
Yeah.
think for most women they will say like, oh, I rather do that. But I feel like deep within, it's just their limiting belief, their insecurity, and their fear of not finding that person. But hey, girls, ask for what you want and
Yeah.
you'll get it.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes women are also being pressured by their parents, especially when they're already in their 30s,
Yeah.
and the parents want their grandchildren more than their children, right? So they kind of like, okay, you know that, right?
Labada sa ulo, no? Like when you're young, like, oh, no boyfriend, no this and that.
Exactly, right?
Oh,
And then when you're already
And then
25,
they-
they
like, oh, when are
pressure
you
you.
gonna be where's the
Mm.
granddaughter? Where's the grandkids?
yeah,
Yeah.
someone should.
And it's something that they have to, like, tell you all the time that, I want grandchildren.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it pressures you, leading to, making a decision wherein, okay, I want to have children, but I don't really want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's like fear of other people's opinion, really.
yeah.
And I have to consciously remind myself that I don't have to follow what other
Exactly.
people say, especially if it doesn't align with me. And I think that's such a very difficult thing that a lot of Filipinos have to
Yeah.
get past.
I think everyone.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we've been going back to programming. We've been programmed to follow our parents,
Yeah.
follow and
Yeah.
mm, be molded by society's belief. But hey, we are our own person, and we
I
can
love
do
that.
that.
I
Right?
love
A
that.
question, Glad.
Mm.
Would you like to have more children?
No.
Me too.
No. What about you?
No.
No.
I'm good with one.
How about you?
No. No.
A big no to all of us. We're good. We're still having the learning the mom being a mom now, and especially now that he's a teenager. So it's kind of really challenging. So I don't want to go back to.
Yeah, and I love the freedom I have now that
Mm.
my kids are already, big.
Yeah,
My youngest is
exactly.
11, and I so love my freedom
Yeah.
of, just doing the things I want to do at any given time.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. I don't have the freedom yet. I can't wait to have that freedom.
But at least she can walk now.
Yeah.
It's still different when it's a baby.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes I actually think sometimes like, oh, what would it be to have a child with my partner? And
Yeah.
again, it still go back to like, oh, foreigner mixed baby. And then when I realized it, like, selfish reason. Never mind.
Yeah.
Does Eli want more children?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You don't think
'Cause
so? You're not sure.
No. Now he has. Sometimes we talk about it, and then we
Mm.
both agree like, no, we're good now, and we have other things that we're focusing on. Our
Yeah.
business is our baby.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see it
yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
I thought boyfriend girlfriend happen once a Filipino introduces you to her family.
Yeah.
But remember, here in the Philippines, you can remember Travis after a dinner
Yeah.
immediately
Introduced to the
introduced to the
family.
family. So I don't think that counts here,
Mm.
Billy.
Yeah, and also I'd like to because there are people that are making vlogs
Mhm.
that the only or one of the ways for to tell if your Filipina is authentic or if your Filipina actually is wanting you to be
To be with you.
Mhm.
forever is her introducing you to her family. That doesn't apply all the time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like for me, for example, I'm not close with my family, so my business, my affairs, whatever I do, my parents don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not forward with to my parents about what I do in my life.
Mhm.
So it doesn't apply all the time.
Yeah.
And I also remember like it. Yeah, for me, I wasn't so comfortable introducing Eli to my family
Yeah.
before because I'm thinking like, oh, now they will think I have a lot of money because I have
Yeah.
a foreigner partner.
Yeah.
That too.
So like mostly protecting because it doesn't mean that they're bad, but it's just mostly what they think about. Like, oh, if you have a foreigner partner, we all gonna share the blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not the case.
That's
Like,
why I did not introduce Gio to my family because I want to protect him
Mm.
from this mindset of
Yeah.
the Filipino family that
Yeah.
he will be responsible
mhm.
for them. I only actually introduced Gio on our wedding day.
Yeah.
Like I invited my mom, and then this is my husband. Now,
I like the verb that you use, protect. It is a form of protection.
Yeah.
And I always see it that way because again, yes, we Filipinos, a lot of us are very close to our family,
yeah,
but there is a lot of good to that, but there is a bad side to that as well.
Yeah,
And you said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. That's good. You've said it all.
Rhoda's life adventure. I agree with you, Gladys. That's why I advise friends to think about their decision 100 times before making it,
Yeah.
because it will not just them. There will be another innocent child that is involved.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the Filipino.
Even me and Gio was thinking to have kids, and he's vasectomy, and we're like planning to reverse it because there's a way of doing that. But then it's just like a dream that is hard to catch, because he's already in his 50s and I'm already in my 30s. I mean, I can still have babies, but just thinking about all the the process of reversing
Yeah.
and the healing, and then what if he doesn't have enough sperm count anymore, and then it will be a waste again, and then the emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, the emotion.
There's so many at
journey
stake.
on that
Yes.
one.
I'd like to touch about the vasectomy. Um, I don't know about the statistics, but there are so many cases wherein the girl has gotten pregnant, even if he already was vasectomized.
Mm.
But they're supposed to check themselves every after 5 years,
Mm.
right? Because just to make sure there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
But it makes me sad because I know 3 friends who got pregnant, and
Really?
their partners was like very adamant
no,
on
vasectomy.
no, that's not mine because I was vasectomized.
Oh.
And yeah, so on that part too, being a single mom, it's not really all about because we open the gate.
Yeah. Go back to gate.
Yeah, because like for that scenario, he is vasectomized and you were just like, okay, you don't take precautions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you gotten pregnant
Mhm.
and he's not.
Ready for it.
It's not that he's not ready, he's denying it because he's
yeah.
vasectomized.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to know how many cases there are
Yeah.
in
Wow.
these kind of situations.
That's sad, no? Because what if like it all worked out and then suddenly it happened and then the trust, but in like they ended up, but then in the end it's actually like his, and
Yeah.
but then they already went through a lot of emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's crazy.
two of my friends, they took them to court and the DNA test proved
DNA
it.
test.
Proved
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
proved it.
Wow.
And they're still denying it because
Ah.
no, I'm vasectomized.
Even after the DNA
Yeah.
test.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. Like, why would you deny even after the DNA test?
So also that's the man's responsibility as well to check themselves regularly because anything can happen.
I actually know somebody who have done that.
Yeah.
There's this girl who claimed that she was pregnant,
Mm.
and he really denied that it's not his. But how percentage, like, what if he has been sleeping with a lot of women and never got a woman pregnant, and then there's this
Suddenly.
girl who suddenly claimed
Fertile
that she's
soil.
Oh my goodness.
I know somebody who was vasectomized for 25 years but never went to a doctor to check himself, and then he was able to get somebody pregnant.
I see. Wow.
what if you get pregnant? And then he said it's not mine. That's so
Oh my
scary, right?
Yeah.
It
Then I'll be
is.
accused of doing something.
Yeah, cheating.
Yeah. The emotional damage in that one that they have to go through. It's crazy. What's that choy? What's a na? What's a choy?
What's it, Joy?
Kanang kang iyan.
Ian. Okay, send in the clowns and balloons. Woohoo! Man, this mood turned quickly. First time here, and someone might have asked the question I did already, but can anyone in chat help fill me in on if that was answered?
Which one?
Yes, what's the question?
What was the question? What was the
Beautiful
question?
Filipinas out there. Hi, Steph. From
Hi,
Cebu.
Steph. I've collaborated with Steph.
Yeah.
Hi, Steph.
Okay.
Filipina?
Yeah.
Lagi makita ang comment diri.
Why are women from your country more beautiful and grateful than women from here?
Huh?
Thank you.
No, I think it's
Beauty.
because the opposite attracts.
Yes.
So you see more of your skin there. I mean, skin
Exactly.
color, and we are too different. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Beauty lies upon the eyes of the beholder. You might
Mhm.
look at us as beautiful, but then the Filipino guys don't look at us as beautiful.
And also more grateful. I think it's because we live a hard life. So if
Yeah.
we can receive things that are better than our hard life, we feel grateful for that. But Western women, they have different living situation there.
Mm.
So the, we would say the standard is different, right?
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
if
the
you have a
standard is
house, that's already something that we
Mm.
feel grateful for.
Mm.
But there, it's the norm. You have to have a
Mm.
house unless you're homeless.
Exactly. Yeah, the
Shay?
standard is just
Yeah.
different.
Shay, you have messages on IG. Lol.
Who's that?
Ian.
Ian?
Tell us the names of all your YouTube channels. I want to make sure I'm subscribed to all of them.
Oh,
Gary is subscribed to me.
Gary Johnson.
Hi,
Yeah.
Gary.
Hi, Gary. Expat Guide Philippines.
Hello.
Gladys
on
on love.
love.
Okay.
Thank you.
A regular guide. Good morning, hope for all as well.
Yung exit ko mga kuan ha.
Oh,
10,
mga exit na ta, 10. Sige,
Sige,
mag-wrap up na ta.
Wrap up na ta. So,
Uh-huh.
this is the end of this live. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you guys learned something from us. One or two. So, I guess that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Maya.
She made it. Until next
Until
Until
time.
next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And thank you for thank
Thank you
you
for
to
the super
Billy
Tyler.
and
Tyler and Billy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
From Tyler, Durden, and Billy Cao. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wala na tuloy yung hatag.
Uh,
Bye all.
and then end.